Hello YouTubesters, and welcome back to the proper episode 1 of Let's Play Might and Magic 6, The Mandate of Heaven, with me, BlueAnkylo. If you didn't watch episode 0, the introduction, you probably didn't miss a whole lot unless you really are interested in story or character generation. I just went over the interface and all that kind of business. If you want to know about that stuff, go watch that first intro video. If not, let's get on with the game. Now, one thing before I get too far into this, I want to mention I have one name so far. Let's try to pronounce it here. Dozakli. We'll see how that works. I'm sure I said it wrong or something, but anyway, that's attempt number 1. So I have one person who wanted to be my sorcerer, and he's got his portrait and all that, and that's cool. You know, welcome to the team. I'm playing as the behind-the-scenes controller of our 4 party members, so I don't need a name in here. Now, the other 3 are still open. The classes, I'm not going to let you guys change the class, because I need to have a cleric, and I want to have a paladin personally. But if you want to join in, if I didn't make it clear enough in the first video, send me your name that you would like to be in, and if you want to change the portrait too, I can edit that stuff out easy enough. Not a deal. So if you don't want to be a girl, for instance, and you want to be the cleric, I can change it to a guy, and you'll get a proper guy sprite. So yeah, that's the last time I'll mention it, but as of the time of recording, these 3 are still open. Feel free to leave a comment or a PM or something. So, in the last episode, all I started with was a bit of the background story. We're here in New Sorpigal to deliver a letter, and we've also got 5 letters that we don't actually see in-game. Where is it? This guy's got it, this one. So this is a message from the King of the Devils, Xenofex, to Solman, who is part of the Temple of Ba. And I'm going to make this clear right now before we get too far into it. There's a lot of text in this game, and I'm not sure I'm going to read it all exactly. So if you're interested in all this backstory, pause the video and read it through at your leisure. I'll generally try to get a basic idea of what's going on and then move along. But I think if I try to voice act all this stuff, it will take way too long. So you've all been forewarned. The point of this letter seems to be about bad things happening. Let's just leave it like that. I mean, what does he say? Andover Potbellows in New Sorpigal, and he's part of the Temple of Ba, trying to start a rebellion against King Roland and the current leaders. I mean, as you heard in episode 0, I talked a little bit about the backstory. So we're going to deliver this message to him. But I think our primary goal is to send this to the actual regent, Lord Humphrey, I believe, and his and the actual prince, Nicholas. We also have 5 other letters that aren't really shown in game, and if you want to read them, you're gonna have to find the manual. I'll leave a link in the description, and they are the ones from King Roland, the deceased King Roland, to his family. So other than that, let's get to it. We're going to actually equip our armor and stuff this time that I forgot about before, and go over a little bit of the inventory here. This is what our spear is. Let's spend a second here going over how damage works. Attack, if I remember correctly, is your chance to hit. So attack plus 0 means no special addition to attack, chance to hit, essentially. And then the damage, the first number is how many dice you're rolling, and this D is for dice, and then the last number is like the range of the roll. So 1d9 means 1 dice of 1 to 9 is the kind of dice. It wouldn't really exist in real life, but as far as the game is concerned, that's how it's going to calculate it. So if I only used it one-handed, I would do between 1 and 9 damage on a hit. Because I'm using it in 2 hands, though, we get plus 1d9, which makes it 2d9, so 2 to 18 damage. If you're not familiar with this kind of dice system, don't worry about it too much, but I can generally translate it in my head. So 2 to 18 for that one. The old club here is 1 to 3, if you want to know. Or the sword here, 3d3 is about 3 to 9. So it's just a way of keeping track of stuff for these kinds of games. Speaking of which, we have a ring here, and it's just a boring normal ring, which is a little bit unfortunate. Sometimes you start with magic rings that have enchantments, so if this one doesn't do much, we're going to end up selling it. Also, a brief potion thing, empty bottles, if you mix with, oops, how do I do this?
Success.
If you mix with certain herbs, turn into potions. This is an energy potion. Adds 10 to your primary statistics for a little while. That's pretty cool. We can also mix potions together to either create new potions or blow up and kill everyone. We'll get into that later. We also have leather armor. Because we chose the leather skill, my dudes can both wear it and actually start with it. So that'll make things a little bit easier early on. Another ring here. Luck +4. Totally useless. We're going to sell it. I'd rather have the money. As far as value goes, like most of these kind of RPGs, that's like the game's value of 500. Merchants probably aren't going to give us that much, and it will change based on the character that's doing the selling's merchant skill. So the better you are at the merchant skill, the closer to 500 you'll actually get if you're selling it. If you're buying it, it'll be far more expensive. We'll make another one of these potions. Energy potion. And he has a spell of Bless. So to learn these, you just click them on your dude. It's of the school spirit, as it says there. So you need to have the spirit skill at level 1 at least.
Okay.
And like that. So he's learned a new spell. I'll show you what it does in a minute. Paige, although that's just her name for now. Also, I gave her the leather skill, and she will be using blunt weapons, because they're not bad. You can see here 2d4 is about 2 to 8. It's not bad. Her ring, fire resistance. Also not really worth my time. Just going to sell it. It's too low of a modifier to really matter to me. A blue Pirna root. What do you think these do? Well, they make a blue potion.
I believe it worked.
And a blue potion recovers spell points. Yay! She also has a book because she has body magic, so she can start with first aid, which is going to do a little bit of healing.
Yes.
Our sorcerer, Dozicli, I'm sure I'm saying your name wrong, but you can correct me, it's okay. He starts with just daggers, which aren't a huge amount better than a club for now. Early game, daggers are pretty weak, but later on, once you get your skill up to like master, suddenly they can become pretty amazing. Or if you're like dual wielding them or something, they can become a lot better. His ring is +5 speed. I can handle that. Let's give it to who wants to wear this for now? You know, I'll give it to him for now. You started with it. You can have your +5 speed ring. So now he'll have a little bit higher speed than everyone else, so he'll get a little bit more turns. So that's cool. Lucky you. Everybody else got kind of lousy rings. Make yourself a yellow potion for energy. Sometimes we start with other ones. There's a red one that's basic as well for health, but we didn't get anybody with that, so such is life. You're also going to learn Flame Arrow for fire magic and Static Charge for air magic to start with. So there, you got a couple basic spells, and that covers our inventory for now. So just a quick look at our spells here. In the Fire Sphere, we have Torchlight, which for a fairly low cost will raise the brightness. It's useful in caves, so you can see. So it's a good little spell. We've got Flame Arrow, which is like a basic attack spell. It's actually not that great because it uses accuracy based on your fire skill, and with a fire skill of 1, we're probably going to miss a lot. Whereas with air magic, we start with Static Charge, which, if you're reading, never misses. That's very useful. Might do a little bit less damage, perhaps 2 to 6, but still pretty good. Cost 2 SP, is that different? Yeah, basically the same. So anyway, that's Static Charge. We'll probably be using that a fair bit. And Wizard's Eye, which for the most part just lets you see where monsters are nearby, and maybe, like it says, points of interest. I think that's treasure chests or traps and stuff. It's a good little spell. Of course, you need Expert and Master to get all the good stuff, so that's the deal with spells. I believe our old buddy, the Paladin, has something too. Yeah, he'll have Spirit Arrow, which is another one. It's a lot like Fire Arrow. It can miss based on your spirit magic and does a little bit of damage. And then Bless, which looks okay. And the problem is at normal skill, it only hits one person, so it's kind of a waste. Once we get to Expert Spirit, it'll be much better and target the whole party. Giving you quite a bit of 2-hit chance makes us miss less often. Not a bad spell. I think that's everybody's magic for now. Or wait, did I show you the Cleric Spells? Nah, let's just do this quick. Yeah. First Aid, basic healing spell. It's never going to do a whole lot. Even at Master, it's only going to cure 10 hit points, but you can cast it very quickly for low SP. There'll be better ones later on. And Cure Weakness, that's our first ailment, weakness. It's not a very bad ailment, and you only get it from not sleeping, or certain spells can cause it. It's not too bad. If you wait too long, as it says there are bad things that can happen. But for the most part, resting gets rid of weakness as well. Okay, that covers the magic and the inventory. Let's get into town and do some exploring. I already wasted 10 minutes. Gee whiz. So much stuff to do. Okay, first thing, brief sort of outline of the town. Coach company will let us take a coach to different towns, so we can use this to quick travel, essentially. That's the idea. And almost always in the stables, there are horseshoes. And horseshoes are pretty cool because if you use them on one of your characters, they will get a few skill points. So I'm going to save those for now. But it's a good idea to always check the stables when you first come to a town. This one is our inn. It's the Lonely Knight. So let's have a look.
Hello, come on in.
All inns have an innkeep where you can rest for the night, and you can waste time or you can heal. Just costs a little bit of gold. You can increase your food, but it's not like 6 more food for 2 gold. It just raises it up to 6. So right now it won't do anything. It would just be a waste of money. But if we only had 1 food left, you'd get 5 for 2 gold. It's just the way it works. You can't just load up on infinite food here. You can also spend money to have drinks and tip barkeeps to get tips and hints. I don't remember using it very often, because especially when you're low on money, it's not that great. But this Andover Potbellow, this is the guy we're supposed to give the message to. Well, supposed to. We can, because he's one of the bad guys, essentially. So let's give him the letter. Well, we can ask him about fellow travelers first. Bah, my friend. Oh, I thought you were a member of my temple. Sorry, my mistake. So yeah, he's part of the Temple of Ba. I don't know, Ba Humbug or like a sheep. Well, one or the other. Anyway, let's give him this letter, or at least show him the letter. Oh, the seal. Here, I'm supposed to give you this money. Now go away before we're seen together. Someone will get suspicious. So yeah, we got some money for it. That's the main reason you do this. We need the money. And, you know, he gets mad if you keep talking to him. But he does have a quest for us, so let's have a look. Okay, could you do the Temple of Ba a favor? Yeah, I'm not going to read all this stuff again. It's just going to take too long. The main thing here is a candelabra. Yeah, so we're supposed to get that for a ritual. Find a candelabra, bring it back to him, and he'll give us some money. Woo. We might get around to that at some point. It's kind of like doing a quest for the bad guy, but he will pay us. And this is one of our just NPCs you can talk to. They tell you some information. Feel free to read along if you like. Just gives you some background and some side stories and stuff. They also talk about Buccaneers Lair. This is a guild, and we're going to need to get a membership to this guild fairly quickly, because they can teach you the merchant skill. Very handy. Howling Moon is some other inn, I believe, and somewhere else. I don't know. Tell them she said hi. Sure. Anyway, let's get out of here. At least we got a little bit of money. I think I'll do a quick overview of the town before I get worried about too much big stuff. Traveler supply. Potions, bottles, and herbs. Sometimes I believe they can sell amulets and stuff and rings, but generally if you want potion bottles, I think this is where you have to get potion bottles for the most part. That's where you want to go. And you can sell some stuff, whoop-de-woo. You can kind of read, you know, he thinks it's junk, so he's just going to give you 1 gold for it. That's kind of, we'll try to improve that kind of stuff as time goes on. Also, all these random people walking around, you can talk to them. You can right-click, and they'll show you sort of what they are. Marilyn, the counselor. Hello. You can talk to her. Apparently, she doesn't like us much, so she doesn't want to talk to us. Apparently, we've committed crimes. I don't think we actually have. But, you know, she doesn't want to talk to us unless we use some of those diplomacy skills. So I say, you know, who cares? We'll find someone else. Savings house.
What can I do for you?
Like a normal bank, deposit, withdraw money. I don't generally use it. No big deal. More people. Let's see if this peasant has anything to say. If you right-click on people, you can start trying to figure out one that has the right skill you're looking for. Maybe a master healer. We could bring her with us if we could hire her. That would be cool. Hello. So this is Hilda. And she's a locksmith, so if we hired her, essentially, paid her some money, gave her a share of the loot we find, she will help us pick locks, essentially. And with more information, you can see she'll give 6 points to disarm for everyone. We're not going to be hiring anyone right now, but there are some NPCs that are incredibly useful to have, and we'll be keeping our eye open for them later. I just figured I'd show you that for the most part. For now, let's just go through some houses. Good day. So this is our first trainer we've met, so I'll explain this quickly. A teacher will be the person that can train you the expert level. So if you talk to him, he'll say, this guy will treat you body magic expert. It costs you 1,000 gold, but you require rank 4 in it, so you got to level up a little bit. Come here, give him some money, and you'll get the expert level, which changes the effects of your spells for that one. If you also ask, he will tell you the master is that will teach you master body magic once you get to that point. I believe there's only one master for each skill, so it's a good idea to keep track of this kind of stuff. I sort of remember from my previous experiences, but it can take a while to find masters in the kind of skills you want sometimes. And he can explain a little bit more, but yeah. That's the basic idea with all these skills. So in New Sorpigal, there's going to be experts for all the basic ones, body, mind, and spirit, like normal, and they'll also tell you where to get the masters. So magic expertise, pretty easy to cover. At least those were the cleric spells. Training grounds, hopefully this isn't super loud, or I'll have to change that again later. Simple enough, once you've got enough experience, go back there and pay him to get your skill points, essentially. This one is the Buccaneers Lair. Now, this is one of those guilds that will train you new skills. Unfortunately, for one, it's only open at night, and for two, you need to be a member of the guild for them to actually do anything. We're not a member, so that won't work. So let's just go through some more houses here. Earth magic, expertise, fire magic expertise. So we see we got lots of magic experts here. I think I missed this building. Let's check this out. Town Hall, that sounds important.
I need your help.
So Frank Farchild, I believe, is the mayor. And let's see, what have we got? Pirates on the islands of Regna. That sounds bad. We've got a quest. Oh boy. So the Shadow Guild has moved into town. And they've kidnapped Sherry Carnegie, an old healer. Yeah. So we're going to try to rescue her if we can find her. Doesn't say exactly where she is exactly. We'll figure it out later. Does it say where she is? No, she's just been kidnapped. He's not going to pay. I think we'll find her at some point. Sure, you just got to find the Shadow Guild. That'll work. Is there anything else here? No. So the other girl, Janice, she will say important shipments in on Tuesday. I think the bounties change. Yeah, okay, so every month there's a bounty. A sea terror is not something we can kill. But if we could kill it and returned it within the month, we'd get almost 5,000 gold. I think they're pretty bad for newbies. Goblin Watch. All right, so it's just south of town. There's a keep called Goblin Watch. We're going to go there and beat up on some goblins at some point. They've been, harassing the town and stuff. No big deal. And she gave us a key to open the door. So I'll give all the keys to the knight for the most part for now, so I can remember. I'm supposed to find a combination and open it up. It shouldn't be too bad. And that's it for her. So we got another couple quests. Got to rescue some Sherry girl. Got to go to Goblin Watch. I'll go up the hill later for now. Let's stick with the central bit of town.
Don't touch the
Common defense gives us low-level armor, let's just say. Generally just leather or chainmail. Not good stuff. Although we will want to load up on various gauntlets and helms and shields and stuff, so everyone's got basic armor at some point. Specials always have, well, not always, but can have magic on them. So yeah, this leather armor of fire resistance. There's quite a complicated system of what's the name? Additional effects. So leather armor of fire resistance. There's all kinds of extra stuff that can go onto them. It's kind of random and it will take a while to get the stuff you really want. Like accuracy +2, that might be good. So anyway, we don't really have enough money for that stuff right now, but anyway, most of these blacksmith type shops can identify stuff, or at least he can identify armor and repair armor. Right beside it, of course, is the knife shop, which does similarly weapons. And again, we're only going to get weak weapons, although this trident might be pretty cool for our knight. 2d6 rather than 1d8 by default, plus another 1d6. So that gives it 3d6 instead of 2d8 for two-handed. So instead of 2 to 16, this will give us 3 to 18. That's a bit better. Not vastly better, but... or you could get a stout spear that has a 2-hit bonus. There's lots of options. This pirate cutlass, if I remember correctly, is one of the better swords you can get early on. So if you can find one of those for cheap, I recommend it. And specials, he seems to like daggers, so piercing dagger might be good for our mage. Unfortunately, I don't want to waste our money just yet, but I figured I'd show you guys what we've got to look forward to. On this side of town, the other side here...
Greetings and salutations!
This is what I could have used. The Buccaneers Lair membership. So generally, I think there's just one person that can basically sell you the Buccaneers membership. Oh, for every guild, for any guild membership. So, you want to get in, 25 gold, and, we're in the guild. You only have to do it once, and then we're in for good. Pretty easy. He also gives us some information about liches, powerful undead, blah, blah, blah. They're not good. And also, he'll buy cobra eggs. So if we ever find any, we can give them to him, or sell them to him. That's kind of fun. That little sparkle on everybody is designating that we now have an award. We have joined the Buccaneers Lair Guild, so we're actually allowed to go there and buy this stuff, or be trained in their stuff. For 25 gold, it's a good idea. I recommend doing all these guild memberships early on.
How are you?
And surprise, surprise, next door, the Blades End membership. 25 gold, another mercenary guild that we can join. Cheap. Let's do it.
Thanks a lot.
He doesn't tell us anything too super exciting other than that. Let's zip through some of these towns. This is the Seeing Eye, which is our sort of, it's not really magical. It's just, well, you'll see. Let's see what they sell. Potions, enchanted armor sometimes, scrolls. Scrolls are one-time cast sort of deal. It's not like you learn the spell. You can just cast Magic Arrow once. Boots and stuff. They kind of have random stuff like that. Accessories, cloaks, all that stuff. I was always quite happy playing this game to see that cloaks gave you some armor. Not a lot of RPGs let you equip cloaks. Some more rings and stuff. You know, lots of options. For now, I'm saving my money, and you'll see why. +3 speed. Yeah, it's pretty good. Paladin gauntlets are some of the better ones for sure. But unfortunately, I just don't have the money to spare just yet.
How are you?
Someone who will train you expert bodybuilding, another expert skill trainer.
How are you?
Expert meditation, another. Bodybuilding gives you more HP, meditation gives you more spell points. Simple enough.
Hello.
Guild of the Self membership. These guys, I think, train you in cleric magic for the most part.
Thanks a
$100
lot.
is a deal. And a quest as well. So, her daughter Angela has gone missing. Wandered into a temple nearby. So that's one of the earlier quests we will do for sure. Shouldn't be too hard. Hot fires, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. There's lots of just extra text you can read about stuff if you're interested. And an Elemental Guild membership. Yay, $100 to join that. This will let us learn some magic spells for our mage.
Thanks a lot.
Our sorcerer, sorry. And another quest as well, giant spiders, kill the spider queen. You know, nice standard entry-level quests. Yeah, the Council of Lords, all that good stuff. Feel free to read all those if you're interested. Blades End is our Mercenary Guild, which will teach us certain skills. Looks like most of the weapon skills plus leather armor, because I only have one person that doesn't know leather armor. I'm going to save off on this for now, although I think I will train on the Paladin on axe at some point. I'll give him axes and shields. Let's see, what else should I do while we're here? Wow, this video's already barely explored New Sorpigal. One thing I forgot to mention, fountains. You can drink from fountains. So this one recovers spell points, so you don't have to rest necessarily. You could just drink some water here. And this one, +10 might. Everyone drink some water. Woohoo! Not bad. What about this fountain? Recovers hit points. So just by wandering around town, you could heal up and get some temporary might. You can see that here as a green number. So it will wear off, I don't know how long, but eventually you'll go back down to 17 for my dude. But this well is kind of special. Let's just drink some. +2 luck permanent. Yeah, so you see it's not green this time, it just stays white. So I'm going to give everybody some extra luck here. This is why I never bother investing points into luck early on at the character generation. Let's see, how are we doing here? 11s, 12s, and 11s. I'll give it to my mages first. And then that's all we got. So we ran out. It doesn't last forever, but we got a bunch of free luck. Everyone's higher than 5 now by a fair margin. So, hey, that's kind of cool. A little bit handy. There are lots of wells like this around that will do stuff like that. You just got to keep your eyes open. Some of them also give you bad things, so be careful. You might want to save before you do that. I just happened to know that that was safe. The Buccaneers Lair, I think, is the first thing I'm going to do as far as spending money.
You can't rest now.
Oh, hostile enemies. We have a yellow light if you're paying attention. There are some goblins near that river over there. I'm not ready to fight them just yet, so I'll just move over here and rest for a little bit. I don't want to waste any food because we're not hurt, but I'm going to wait till just after 6. You don't have to worry about loitering or anything. As far as I know, you can sleep wherever you want, so that's handy.
Well, look who's here.
Okay, so the Buccaneers Den, or Buccaneers Lair, sorry, does train you in some of these oddball skills. And for 150, it's not that expensive, honestly. The main thing is, I want Merchant, and I'm going to be training my Paladin in Merchant skills. I'm actually going to get him to level that up. But I will give everyone the Merchant skill, just to get a 1 point in it.
Wouldn't be without it.
Because,
Wouldn't be without it.
well, let's explain something here quickly. When you want to sell stuff, I can certainly give all the items to my good merchant, for instance. If he's the one with merchant skill, I can give him all the stuff. He can do the selling, the buying, and all that. That's not too hard. But say I want to train a new skill up, like I want to teach, well, just, you know, say I want to teach body magic to my cleric, because she doesn't have it right now. She doesn't, or she already has body magic. Sorry, if I want to teach her spirit magic or something, it costs whatever they want to charge you. But because she's got merchant, it will actually make it cheaper for her to learn new skills. It also makes it cheaper for them to get a level up when you're training them that. So having a bit of merchant for everyone isn't a bad idea, but you only need one person with it really high, and he can do the big selling of weapons and armor and stuff. So that's my plan. On the far left there's actually goblins above the, what guild is that? One of the guilds. I can't remember which one it is. This is like the temple. I think this is the Cleric Mage Guild. Over here is the Elemental Mage Guild, and this is the temple. I'm not going to go to any of those just right now, because I don't want to have to fight those goblins just yet. We're not really ready. If you're new to the game, in that direction there's goblins, in that direction there's goblins, over that hill there's mages, over that hill there's Goblin Keep, Goblin Watch. You might be able to see it in the distance. I might be a little bit far away, but the keep's up there. Anyway, every direction has goblins. That side of town, far over there's a humongous bunch of goblins. You know, basically we're surrounded, so there's not a whole lot of exploring you can do unless you're ready for combat. So what I'm going to do right off... Ah, shoot, I waited too long. We're going to wait till dawn and try to get out of here. Okay, can I get out of here? No, they're closed today. Shoot, whatever day of the week it is, they're closed. So we're going to waste another day. Luckily, time doesn't matter too much, so don't worry about wasting lots of time. You'll be fine.
Need a ride?
2 days to Castle Ironfist. You can walk, but it takes a lot longer, and you have to eat food. 22 gold's a good deal.
Horses.
I'm going to try to finish Castle Ironfist in today's episode as well. So, this is actually a fairly small town, and if you're new to the game, kind of what I was getting at, this is the first place you want to go, right off, just like I did. You want to turn that letter in, get $1,000 from what's his name, and then come straight up here and tell the regent what's going on. And the reason for that, well, it will be quite obvious once I do this. It's a little bit hard to start off in this game if you don't have money.
Oh, who goes there?
We go there. So, Regent Wilbur Humphrey, foremost paladin, and Prince Nikolai Ironfist, heir to the throne of Enroth, both reside in Castle Ironfist. Let's go talk to them.
Master Nikolai Ironfist.
So let's talk
Prince
to Wilbur
and heir
first.
To the throne of Enroth.
Thank you, narrator. We're going to give him the letter. And let's see, he's happy. He reads the 5 letters from, that's the main thing. We're giving him the 5 letters from King Roland that somehow we found early on. He's upset that there's traitors and basically expects us not to tell anybody, especially not the Prince Nikolai. And he gives us 5,000 gold. This is why you go here first, because we need the money. So that'll do. And now he also mentions he's looking for someone to find Lord Kilburn who's gone missing. So let's ask him about that. Say, you wouldn't happen to be interested in taking care of a little detail for me? Yeah, so Lord Kilburn has disappeared, and we're going to find out if he's been killed by devils or not, by the looks of things. If I remember correctly, it's not an easy quest, so we're not going to be doing this right off. We're going to be clearing out stuff around New Sorpigal much earlier than this. I might as well pick this quest up, since I have a paladin. This is the foremost paladin, and if you ask him about becoming a crusader, he tells you how. So he's going to give us a special quest, which is essentially to rescue a damsel in distress. It's kind of hard to find one, but if we can, he'll promote the paladin into a crusader, which is very good for us. So yeah, we'll get around that. He gives you a tip here. Melody Silver, daughter of noble John Silver in the island of Mist. So once we get to Mist, we'll start looking out for that. Alright. Also, the prince is here. Let's give a little chit-chat with him. He's bored. So we ask him about his boredom, and he immediately sneaks out of the castle and wants to join us in our adventures. We don't even get an option. So that's happened, and if you ask him, he wants to go to the circus. You know, you can read all this stuff if you want. There is something up with Uncle Archibald being locked in the library. We'll figure that out later. So anyway, as it turns out, yeah, the kids joined us. Whether this is good or bad, we'll see. These pillar things, I believe, are teleporters, so don't stand on them unless you're ready for some adventure. And we got some fountains, plus 10 accuracy temporary, plus 10 speed temporary, all very handy if you're going to be in battle. We'll just do a quick bit of exploring here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to save a lot of the Iron Fist exploring for later. Up here, there's the Mages Guilds, there's a armory and a weapon shop, There's some trainers in the back that'll get you expert magic and stuff. I'll save that for later, because this video is already getting a little long. But I mean, you can go disarm training here,
How are you?
identification training there. You know, they've got lots of good stuff. The reason I came to Castle Ironfist today, right away, is to learn the skill of bow. There's a tavern there. I'll show you all these better first later on. I figure for the most part we're going to stay in New Sorpigal for now, and I'll explore this village later. Also of note, this is where you get expert bowmanship, which is something we're going to want ASAP. Also, Mind Guild, sure.
Thanks a lot.
Join that. I'll read through more of these later on. I promise to come back and go through this in more detail at a later date.
Closed.
I believe this is the one I want to see. The Berserker's Fury, I believe, is what I want to learn at. So let's skip the time up. Oh, and surprise, while you're resting, Prince Nikolai disappeared. There's nothing you can do. We're going to have to try to rescue him later. And you probably should tell the region about it, but I'll do that later.
Sign up first.
This is what they say if you can't actually be taught anything.
Greetings.
So, surprise, surprise, this guy will let us join the Berserker's Fury. So, 50 bucks, we can join them.
Thanks a lot.
And also a quest. What's this? Stole a harp. The Dragoons, bad guys. So that's another fairly difficult quest. That's the problem with Ironfist Castle. Most of the surrounding dungeons are very dangerous, so I can't really do much here just yet. But what I wanted...
Ready to learn something new.
Well, we can learn better stuff here. For the main thing, we can teach everybody bow.
That will be useful.
I highly recommend doing this first thing.
That will be useful.
Spending all your money.
That will be useful.
I do want Chain and Shield for her, Plate and Shield for him, and Plate and Shield for him. I just don't really want to waste all the money right now. If you didn't have Merchant, this stuff would already cost 500. So by paying that 150 to get the Merchant skill, I already saved, well, it's down to only 100 already, just from that. In the Eagle's Eye, this is our archery location. So you can get crossbows, 4d2, which is 4 to 8 damage, or 5d2, 5 to 10 damage. Which one's better, guys? In specials, I don't think this... Oh, this is the good one. Yeah, these are the ones you want. Precision bows. It's a little bit more expensive, but that's... I would like to have 4 of these at some point. Although I believe the longbows will do. Oh, actually, elven bows would be better. Yeah, 5d2 or 5d2 plus 2 and more accuracy. Yeah. So, we're going to go a little bit broke here, but this is what I saved my money for. And everyone will have at least a bow. So, that's what I generally spend my first batch of money on. And then you have to equip them, of course. So I'll give the good bow to my knight for now. I don't think it makes a huge difference. Whoever had the best accuracy maybe should have it, but... or maybe the worst accuracy, because it has a to-hit bonus. But anyway, let's give everybody a bow. Actually, you know what I should have done? I didn't even think about this. I could have given some... Yeah, you know what? If you're playing this game, you know what you should really do if you want to do it the best? Give your guys some skill points, train them up in Merchant, and then you have a little bit better discount for the new stuff. That's probably a way to start. Also, I forgot about this. Horseshoes. Always double check right off when you come to a new place. Clicking is a little bit hard in the zoom mouse, or the mouse look version, so you press spacebar to pick stuff up. So let's give all my horseshoes to my paladin, and I want him to be a better merchant. So he's almost at level 4 merchant, and if I get him to level 4 and spend a bit of money training him to expert, it will count as if he has 8 points in it, and therefore make stuff a lot cheaper. Probably a good thing to do early on. I should have done that right off the bat. Let's also sell some junk here. I did remember that my rings are kind of garbage, so I probably should have this guy sell all my rings, because I have some bad ones. Although, if I remember correctly, you can't just sell anything anywhere. Weapons have to go to a weapon shop. Rings have to go to like whatever the accessory type shops. There are ships over there you can use to transport. The Zephyr will take us, I think, to the Isle of Mist, and the Catherine's Special. It's the King's boat, basically. There's also some buildings over there that will teach you expert magic or expert skills of some sort. We'll get to all that stuff later. For the most part, I just wanted to do that little bit here and then head back to Sorpigal, New Sorpigal. That was the main point. Probably going to wrap this video up right away, but I should do a little bit of combat first. I'm just going to sell those junk rings here, because I'm pretty sure we can. So, rings with no effects, or even just fire resistance or luck, aren't that good. I'd rather get what money I can. It's not worth it. Actually, you know what? I forgot. Just keep an eye on that number, 222. I betcha.
Come again.
Certain merchants have better skills, and I have a feeling the supply store has worse skills. Or way better skills. Never mind. 102 instead of 222. Yeah, he's way better at trade than this girl. So you might want to keep that in mind. Try to find a good shop that has the best deal for you if you're interested. For now, I'm not going to stress out too much. So let's just do a little bit of combat first, because I feel like I've almost wasted another video here without doing a whole lot of exciting things. Early on, your best bet is to take this road and fight. There's a couple of very small groups over here. You don't want to go that direction, or you're going to run into some very dangerous enemies. But over here, look, just a few little goblins. So how does combat work? Well, if you're in real time, you can just shoot stuff, or you can pause it and yeah, that's what I was worried about. Apprentice mages are coming. Hopefully we've got enough bow skills that we can kill everything. So you can see we're missing a lot. I actually should be focusing on the mages because he has a ranged attack. There we go, got him. And actually I should probably show off some spells and stuff here. So shoot. And because I happen to remember that static charge can't miss, yeah, automatic hit. Very nice. Anything else coming to get us? There's somebody up there. Can't rest. Oops. He's hiding behind that tree. Alright, I think we're safe for now. Let's turn off turn base. Let's go hunt this one goblin down. They like to run away once they've taken some damage. Alright, good. Now there's a lot more of those apprentice mages over there, so don't go too close or you're going to get into a big fight. But this is our first treasure box, so might as well open it up. You should get in the habit of opening it with whoever has disarm trap. Shoot, we're under attack. We're under attack! There you go. If you shoot all your arrows really quickly in a row, you can waste some of them. Like if you fire them in a row before the target dies, and then a couple shoot over his corpse, you'll sort of waste your turn. So it might be smarter to, shoot one at a time. But for the most part, this is early game. It's not too dangerous. If you strafe left and right, you can sometimes dodge projectiles like this. Although I think the patch has made it harder. I think in the original game you could move left and right faster. So, that's kind of the deal. Anyway, open a chest with who has disarm. Not everything is trapped, but perception. So he's got disarm, although it's only level 1. So I'll have him open it. And surprise, we get a bunch of money. Pretty nice.
I don't know.
Most things you find in treasure chests are unidentified, and our identifier isn't very good, but she can handle probably non-magic items like that. So, there you go, we got some basic stuff. Also, these barrels have random things in it. I believe orange liquid, plus 1 intellect permanent, not bad. What else is there? Red liquid, plus 1 might permanent. You only get 1 drink. Purple, I don't remember. Speed, it's not bad. And white liquid, I have no idea. Luck, sure, there you go. So, keep your eyes open for those. They give you stat bonuses. And, yeah, so I think I'll wrap things up here. We're kind of under attack. I didn't mean to draw the ire of this many wizards, but we can kill them fairly easily. These things aren't specifically dangerous. Although he's falling down the hill, even in turn-based mode, he's going to dodge everything we shoot. So... bam, there you go. Didn't kill him. There you go. Alright, there's still more. Let's just run back to town and wrap this video up. So, in closing remarks, I'll do more exploring as it continues. I'm going to try to, mix the episodes up so it's not just 100% stuck in a town talking to people. I'll do some adventuring every day, at least as best I can. And feel free, if there's still a slot open, send me a comment or a PM, and I will... add you to the team. Also, we can get some level ups already. Nice. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed and have a great day.